What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back on this Saturday. No football this week, but a lot of crazy news. And there was a meeting with the club and the news, or with the club. Alcon spoke with Ferrero and Scanavino after they spoke with Giuntoli. And the news coming out of the club is that we won Tonali. How crazy that sounds! That's the news coming out. A meeting that was not even about transfers. So what the hell did they talk about? It's obviously not about Tonali. However, Tonali is in the news again, especially after that performance against Germany. I didn't watch. I just watched highlights, and I'm not watching international football. However, that's the news. But how is that making sense right now when we have absolutely no idea who and when, or who the new coach is going to be, and when the new coach potentially is going to be announced, even meaning Mota, is he going to stay? Yes or no? But before we do that, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, bell notification, turn that on as well, because there's also some news surrounding Gatti. Okay, so Tonali, but first off, I want to go back to the meeting because it is relevant. The meeting took place, and actually nothing came about that meeting, or nothing useful for us fans came out of that meeting. That meeting, it was hyped. Like I said a couple of days ago, they're gonna use it because the fans are angry. However, that meeting was purely based on the financial situation. Just kind of briefing Alcon what the direction of the club has been. How the numbers are looking. Are they far off the goals they set in the past, or over a year ago, and how is it all involving? But yeah, obviously they talked about the situation of the club right now. It came, obviously, it's a point you discuss. However, it wasn't a meeting where they sat down and like, are we gonna sack him? Yes or no? Because Juntli wasn't even present in that meeting. So for fans, completely meaningless, completely meaningless. And it's even weirder when the news of the day, basically, and the evening, or in the morning as well, is that Tonali is the main target if we get Champions League. It's consistent, the reporting on Tonali, and it's consistently not making sense. That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not sure why he wants to leave Newcastle. That's one to begin with. I'm not even sure why Newcastle would sell. I know a lot of people played their financial issues card. They sold us Lloyd Kelly, a bench player. They got him free 6 months ago for 20 million euros. If they need money, they will generate money by selling fringe players for way over the market value, like they did with us. That's what they do. If you look up their sales, you're like, who? And you look at the money, you're like, what? They can sell. They can sell. If they need money, if they have financial issues, I think Tonali is the last player they will consider selling. He's vital to what they do. Like, at least that midfield with him and Bruno Guimaraes is incredible. On its day, it's actually very strong, technical level, like everything. It has it all. So it makes no sense. They are still fighting for the Champions League. I know we don't know if they're gonna get it. We need to get it. To get Tonali, and it's easy to say, oh, ship them Douglas Luiz. Who's saying they want Douglas Luiz? On top of who's saying they want to sell Tonali? So it can be a dream for us. It can be a dream for Juntali, and why not? I guess why wouldn't you want good players? It makes sense. However, it doesn't make sense that he's joining us right now. That is the most unlikely scenario. It's the most unlikely rumor to come about, and actually you're like, oh, really? He actually did join us in the end. Right now, there are no indications that it's really making sense that Tonali is joining us. However, he's going to be the topic of discussions until Newcastle come out and says, no, it's not going to happen. Even like how they paid a shitload of money for him. They won on top of that back. Like, it's not even making sense. It's a dream. It's not happening. That's that. However, what potentially could happen, and that has very little to do with excuse me, that has very little to do with getting Champions League or not getting Champions League. It's let me blow my nose really quickly. A good thing I keep paper by my desk. However, what's not making sense compared to what is making sense is the Gatti news, because Gatti could potentially end up leaving. Now, it used to be linked to Mota. But maybe it's still linked to Mota. If Mota says he doesn't have the best relationship with um with Gatti, he might end leaving. However, the news now right now is that Giuntoli stopped all negotiations with contracts until the end of the season. We heard a couple of months ago that the Gatti one is a done deal. Now the same sources are saying, hold on, it's not a done deal because he potentially could end up leaving the club in the summer. Newcastle are interested. Funnily enough, I brought it up. Everton and Napoli. Now, I will say this right now. Is he the problem of this season? No, absolutely not. Like, I'm not looking at the season the way it's going. I'm like, you contributed not enough. That's insane to say because he's one of the players that contributed more than enough. I like in our context, but in our context, like I said, financial state of the club. If you get a good offer for Gatti, and I'll keep saying it, he's not like there are others on the list. I will sell 95% of the squad. I don't care about these players. So it's not about favoritism, what or not. It's about value and opportunity. That's a player. If you get a good offer, in my opinion, you move because you can 100% upgrade on the player. You can 100% upgrade on mckennie. You can 100% upgrade on this state of court miners. You can 100% upgrade on Conceição. You can 100% upgrade on name it. Like the list goes on and on because nobody is performing, and the players who are performing, in our eyes, in my opinion, for the Juve I won, they're not good enough. That doesn't mean they are the first on the list that need to be shipped out because some, need to go before. However, if there's a good offer and you can reinvest that and improve, you do that. This is a summer to do that. Will Giuntoli do that? I don't know. But that's the news that it's not even linked to Mota right now with Gatti. It's yeah, if an offer comes in and it's sustainable and it's good value for money, then the contract is probably off and we will try to ship out. So interesting developments. It's gonna be a crazy summer again. It's gonna be a crazy 2-3 months till the World Cup, which I don't think anyone really cares about right now. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think about Tonali, real, fake, and what do you think about Gatti? Is that a player you would cash excuse me, if the money is good, if the offer is good? Let me know, like the video, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow, live show to discuss quite a lot. Ciao.